Hey everybody, this is Kristen here, Chris Pattern. Welcome back to the channel. Yes, I am here in bed because I am tired. It's been about a week since the Frocktails, and I did want to come back and talk to you about what happened. But first, here's some footage from the event. All right, y'all, coming down to the home stretch. I am chaining my last chains. So you'll see in the final reveal, if you've been following me for a while, you've seen this dress, well, not dress, Lord, skirt before. I actually made it in 2021, even though I have changed sizes. The good thing about crochet cotton is that it grows with you. And so I found a YouTuber. I'll link to her video in the bottom to help me with this halter. Now, I would have made it a little more larger on the size because the YouTuber was definitely much smaller than what I've gotten to be. But now, the one thing that I'm glad about is that I have an option for the future for making quick summer tops. In fact, the top that I showed you in the last video, I am going to finish. And I'll probably wear with like my black linen pants, my black Maywell linen shorts. I have Target was selling like these kind of like sweatpantsy cargo-y things. That could have something like it's like a hammer pant versus a cargo pant, like mixing the both ends of the 90s together. But either way, I've got these, these nice halter options. And I picked up some loops and threads that has kind of like a speckle on it. But yeah, I will be taking a breast off of my arms and leg, and I will be, but then I will be resuming. But yeah, I am at the home stretch right now, and the next thing you're gonna see is the reveal. I was gonna do some progress, but trust me, getting this to progress, getting this wearable at this point right now at recording, it's about 4:30 Eastern. Yep. I need to be on the road. My ETA for Frocktails is about 7 p.m. Hopefully I will get there in time for the fashion show. If not, I'm just happy to be in the building. If anything, this has been a good challenge for me to learn how to crochet for my body as it is, not as I want it to be. I promise Les is being my camera person. So far the foot is handling the drive, but she's here to be here. But yes, you can turn this way. Turn. Yep. We've made it. It's raining. Like, of all the things that could happen, so I don't feel so bad. It's like 7:30. We left about right at 6 o'clock. It starts at 6, but in a few moments I'll be there. But as you see, the solution happened.
And I'll feel better so she doesn't have to continue driving on that foot. I'll be well.
But yes, we succeeded, y'all. We succeeded. We succeeded. So in a moment, we get out of this rain, get the car parked, and we'll join everybody at Guilford Hall Brewery. Okay, now that you've seen the cumulative footage from the event, didn't everybody look amazing? Didn't I look good considering I made that halter top within 24 hours. And Crystal Everdeen, thank you so much. I have linked to her video in the description below. So if you want to make a halter top really quickly with your sizes, that's your go-to video. Anyway, so so what did I really think about Frocktails? So first, number one, I think each Frocktails does take on the theme of like its city and its venue. One caveat, I got done, but we didn't actually get there because of traffic till about halfway through. But I got there in time for the fashion show. And yes, we had a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction with Les's shorts. These are the same Leslie Bean shorts that I made a few years ago. I will link to it on Instagram where we debuted said shorts. So it's been a couple years since I made those. And yes, that skirt is the same skirt as my very first finished wearable that was not a scarf. I was doing so many scarves in my first year doing crochet. But now I'm moving on to other things. So yeah, I love that I got to see a couple people in person, but one of my cons was that I really couldn't hear anything. And considering that even though the space did have a venue, it did have an elevator, I wanted to dance a little more than I did, but I definitely have been suffering from dancing. And then I switched braces on my foot. So my foot is still, for those of you who are there and wondering, oh, I thought her foot was broken. Yes, foot is still not all together. Anyway, that is why this video is being introduced here in the bed. But I did love concept, and I honestly loved having to make to prompt. Some people are not event crocheters or event makers. I have a history of this. In 2004, gosh, I almost said 2014, 2024. Today is 2024. 20 years ago, I assisted my mom in making my prom dress. She ultimately won on the color and the back shaping, but I did kind of choose the pattern. We went to JCPenney. We looked at a lot of ready-to-wear stuff. I tried on a lot of ready-to-wear ideas, and then we went back and we took a simplicity pattern that I think we got at Joann, and we pulled it together. My prom dress is actually in 2 pieces as well. Like it's definitely got the big full skirt. It's got the bodice, as you see here. Yep, dug it out the vault. But those are 2 pieces, and then like my mom actually put this like kind of sheer lining on the top of it. So yeah, even though I don't sew a lot, I do understand the concept of sewing. I understand the concept of garment making. What has changed is my body has, I won't say it's doubled in size, because if it had doubled in size, my weight would be in the 2s. Weight's not in the 2s. Nothing wrong with that. But it is an adjustment when your body gains weight and you don't know what's going on. I am also proud of myself for letting the apron belly get some playtime. Now, I put a little string. You might have noticed if you look really closely on my skirt that I have a green string that came from the green Super Saver, Red Heart Super Saver. And then yes, that the ties are actually spare from the Cedar DK that I made the skirt out of. So I made it coordinate. The theme was maximalism. The theme was maximalist streetwear. And to me, that means, you know, streetwear for me as a feminine person means it's okay. Hey, I'm going to show the belly. I am going to wear the tight stuff. I remember seeing like kind of those tight, those crochet outfits that you are kind of sold as like island outfits. So there's a lot of racial kind of class things rolled up into all of that. Yeah. Anyway, the hands are handy. Anyway, I definitely feel like though I understood the assignment as we are saying in these times. I did understand the assignment. I definitely think I did really well in creating what needed to be created. But let me show you that. Remember in the last video we talked about that this was the original plan. And look at that, we have sides. So you're going to see this outfit, probably not at Raleigh Frocktails, but you're going to see this outfit in other places. And let me talk a little bit about the motifs. So after I recorded that last video, I looked at so many options for the motifs. Then I switched to this again. Then I switched back from this to what I did. Honestly, that goes back to what I just said a minute ago about adjusting to my bust line. And adjusting, not so much my hip line, because apparently I did that okay. And yeah, in a future video, I will walk through, because I do plan on making some more of these like halter skirt sets. I actually have a Banana Republic skirt that's like an A-line, that's kind of a knitted skirt that I plan on wearing with this and styling, and I'll show you how I style that in a future video. But this has really dedicated me to doing things with for plus size folks. Even though there is, if you are active in fat spaces, and if you've seen a picture of my body, you'll know that I am definitely what would be considered mid-sized. I can still go into a store and I can still fit in at least the plus sizes in the store. I'm definitely on that line of straight and plus, but I don't have to sew or have my clothes specially made for me to be clothed. That is a distinction. And I would love to see more fashion brands be like Universal Standard, where my size truly is the medium. And yes, I do wear a medium in Universal Standard. In fact, I wear like a 14 in Universal Standard because they grade for larger bodies. The little larger body of my own, where yeah, I have a double D chest, I have a 45-inch hip, I have a 36-inch waist. It all is proportional, and in the right outfit, it looks slimming. I look larger than I used to be, but it's slimming. Yes, my face is swollen in places, but it's, I have a symmetrical face. Like and in many cultures, myself and even folks bigger than me are honored. But we do live in a world where there's this expectation that you get fashion on demand. You get fashion when you need to get fashion, all those things. You can't just, not everybody can roll up in a store, but there's the expectation that you get to roll up in a store. But I realized when my body started to change, and that's what brought me back to garment making first and foremost, that's okay. And yeah, in case you were wondering, yes, Karopi, and that's the Build-A-Bear one. And then Essie Hill here and Christina Jenkins. And if you all know me and my partner, and if you know our names, our full names, you'll realize that there's a little play on words there. So, and our bear analogs that are here. So, and yeah, ET, you can see my little Build-A-Bear ET peeking out here. And Kirby, I know this video wasn't supposed to show off all of my stuffies and friends, but they'll be keeping me company as I work on what's next. So I do feel safe enough to preview what's next, but I will do a more detailed Road to Raleigh Frocktails, but I haven't started that yet. For now, over this week, I've been in bed resting, chilling with the plushies, finishing this up just so I can get it off my WIP pile, because I was so close. But I definitely know for certain that I would need it another 2 days, because this side, is this the finished side? No, this side is finished. This side is in progress. And even though the way I've tried this on, this could probably be worn without straps, I do want to put a strap on here to kind of give this some structure, and just kind of, yeah, kind of give it a little structure. I'm thinking the strap's going to come up and crisscross, and that was the original plan for this garment. So I still want to do that. But when I mentioned this is definitely going to be part of the Raleigh Frocktails suite, but we'll talk more about that as we get to closer to that. And I am between this color and a red color for what's going to be a cloak. I know I really need to get started on that cloak. But I would use this color. However, I'm going to be in Raleigh. I am a wolf packer. I do not need to be rolling into any building in Raleigh in this color if I'm going to be legit serious about who my allegiances are. So I am going to, and not with, these two don't need to go together. This needs to go with a red and a black and a gray minimum. Our theme in Raleigh is Starry Night, and that's why many of us are thinking capes, sparkles, sequins. So you get to see in the next, well, maybe not the next video on this channel, but you're going to see in a future video my road and logic to Raleigh Frocktails. They'll probably show up later, probably towards the end of September, but I will be recording this process as I'm doing it. And you're also going to get some more kind of general how-to videos. I want to also talk about on this channel how you can know where to shop and when, and addressing crochet issues. And of course, leave your comments of things that you would love for me to address on this channel. Anyway, I forgot to tell you, definitely subscribe if you want to keep up. I have an email list. It's a joint email list between this page that's more focused on fiber crafts and my urban design and urban policy page, The Black Urbanist, which is focused on defying gentrification. There's podcasts over there. Something great for you to listen to while you're stitching, and I'll link to it in this video's description. And I want to encourage you all to keep stitching. Just keep stitching. And that I also have a bigger overarching project I want to work on, but for now I'm gonna curl back up in bed with these folks and work on this project here. But it was so great to meet everybody who I met at Frocktails and see some of you all who I have seen in real life or on the internet. And to my Raleigh folks, I'm looking forward to doing the same, and coming home and inaugurating Frocktails in our lovely home state. I know I got this. I consider this a lilac. For those of you who are thinking that I'm also repping another school that I'm not repping, it's lilac. But until next time, y'all, happy stitching.